guys, welcome back to another day of racing. Well, learning today. Okay, so like I promised you, we are going to do the guide video, track video, race video guide for the Interlagos race that's happening this weekend currently. So we're going to get through it as fast as we can for you. Okay, I don't want to take up too much of your time today. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through the lap, like the track guide, like the lap guide, right? Using one of the hot laps I said already. We're going to use the Coach Dave Delta app just to show you the lines and everything. Then we're going to go into a practice server and just show you the lift and coast, because get rid of the lift and coast. That's all I can tell you now. Lift and coast is everything in this race. So let's load up the, it was this one. It was this one, 237 it'll be. Beautiful. So we'll load up the hot lap. So there's the man in a tin can. It's not much of a tin. It's more of a plastered wall, but, you know, close enough, KT. How are you, buddy? Good to see ya. That was the best I could do. Nice, nice, nice. All right, let's go. I'll just get the lap up here real quick. So that's where I stopped the car, so that's perfect timing. So it'll be just before here. Well, actually, one sec, guys. Let me turn the volume up of the game. I hate how you can't, you know, in like the replay, you can't access any of the game menus in the replay. All you can do is exit. 2 ticks. We'll just put this volume up for you. Master volume. There we go. 100. The game is so loud, so when I'm playing by myself and practicing, I always have it quite low. But then on the stream, because I have it lowered on the stream, it's it has to be put back up to 100. 237. That's the one. But yeah, like I said, you're gonna have to get ready to do lift and coast here, because this race is like frustrating, man. When you deal with traffic on here, there's like basically no point to try and push. It's just lift and coast the whole race, basically. All right, we'll get the cockpit view up. There we go. Let's get. A second, was this the one? Okay, that's the one there. Beautiful. All right. Hey, Australia, how are you, bro? I'm good, bro. How you doing? So this is also a test stream since you've... No, I haven't done that yet. I was too busy this week. Next week, I'm going to test it with two. This is dual, but it had a good day today, and it's not giving me screen tearing. So we're good. We're good today. All right. So we've got also our Coach Dave windows up here for you. Let's get the lap open. I will just load the lap real quick. So in quali, I did a 1:23.2 in the Alpine, which is, it's not too bad. It's faster than the Coach Dave time by 0.2. The Coach Dave time was a 23.4, but it's slower than like the go time. It's faster than Hymo. I beat Hymo time as well. I beat Hymo by like 0.5. But the go time is 22.8, so it's about 0.4 off the go time. Where are we? 23.2. That's the one. Okay, we get this nice and big for you guys so you can see. Very good. Just get that. Actually, we need to bring it like... Oh, no, that's actually quite good. Let me just zoom in as a practice. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. You guys can see everything you need to see here. Yeah, beautiful. Where's my zoom out button? That's my zoom out button there. Okay, excellent. All right, so let's get started. I'm just going to fast forward it. Now, one thing here... It depends on your setup, but just when you approach the first corner, okay, there's some weird-ass bumps, right? Especially if you go on the outside of the track here. So if you go into the chase cam, if you go to the outside of here, like about here, there's all these weird bumps, and they cause the car to, like, hit the rev limiter, which can even cost you time before then. So you've got to get to 7th gear before you start hitting these bumps, right? Alex K is doing a lap guide of the track. Yeah, thank you, Claire. Oh, good to hear you're doing well, Australia. Just finished making some pizza. Oh, mate, strap yourself in then. Enjoy the show, my friend. Okay, so you come up to the first corner, all right? Now, the braking point is like just after, this is in quali, the braking point is just after the 50-meter board, but I used to do this. I used to put my car onto the green here, but what I found is as you get here, around here as you brake, there's a lot of, again, really weird bumps that will cause the car to lock up heaps. Like you get a lot of front locking, right? And I thought that maybe it was just the Alpine being crap, but it's actually the little bumps on this green tarmac. Because I used to do it to open up the corner really wide. But now I actually place my car, you can see here, pretty much just on the white line. And what I've found is that it doesn't actually, if we open up the Delta app, it doesn't actually, you kind of lose time if you go wide. Because what it does, if we look at the first corner here, right? So if we go to the first, actually I'll zoom in a bit more. Just want this. Can I zoom it in more? I have the scroll mouse, that's why. But what happens is I'll take off the braking telemetry as well. Where do I have the braking telemetry here again? It's this one. There we go. So what happens is if we look up, is going out wider, what that does, because you're going to go really deep and attack this first corner. So what happens is if you go too wide, you're actually just increasing your travel distance, which is costing you time, right? So like when you're trying to attack a corner, why go all the way out wide when you're going in narrow to it anyways? So opening it up there doesn't really matter. So you're just costing yourself time by trying to open it up, especially given the fact that if you go on this green here, you're going to get a lot of nasty bumps. It's going to cause front locking. As soon as I did heavy braking on just the tarmac here, smooth as butter, right? It was so good. Okay, so our braking point is just before the 50-meter board. I'm just trying to get a proper camera angle for you guys here. Or just after, sorry. So it's just as you pass it, as you lose vision of the board, that's when you brake. So if we go into bird's eye view mode here, zoom this out a little bit. It's just as you reach it, pretty much. Or yeah, it's actually just before. It looks like it's just after because you're in the cockpit going fast. But yeah, it's just as you reach it, basically. Yeah, just as you reach the 50-meter board. Okay, so we're gonna go down. It depends on the setup you have in the car using. Some people can use second gear. I like to use first gear here. It just depends how much rotation you want to get, right? So we're gonna play the braking. I'll show you the cockpit first. So what you need to do here is when you come down to as you come into the corner, you got to be careful not to come into it too hot with too much speed, right? Because what happens is if you take too much speed, you've probably done it yourself, the car will snap as you go down to the lowest gear. It doesn't matter if you're using Alpine, whatever. Alpine is probably the most exaggerated case of it, right? But if you're taking too much speed as you turn in, the car just loops, like it spins. Because you're on like a compromised angle, right? The road is sloped. And if you because you're already going down this way, you're coming downwards. And if you take too much speed, the gravity and the force just takes effect and the car spins, right? So you've got to be really patient and slow the car slow the car down nicely as we reach it. So you see, you go down again. See, I'm not opening it up. I'm following the curve. I'm attacking the curb, right? And then we just come into it. Then as we reach the curb, you can touch the curb. The main thing though is you don't want to go onto the dirt here because that kills the speed straight away. It's very harsh here and the car's speed just gets tanked, right? And it just ruins your exit into the next corner. Okay? So you can see we just really gently I'll show you to the normal way now. Right, so that's the first corner. Okay. Edel, thank you so much for the follow. Now, the next corner, right? The trick here is, it depends on the car, but it's this way with most of the cars. You can't commit to the throttle too early, right? Because what'll happen is if you put the throttle down full too early, when you try and turn in, the car will swing wide, and then it'll ruin the exit. All the time is gone. This corner you got to do perfect because it goes onto a long straight. And remember what I told you guys last week? When you have a corner that goes onto it, that exits onto a long straight, you got to nail the exit because otherwise you just lose so much time that the lap is gone. Okay? So you see what I do here, right? We'll go back to the cockpit. Is I just half throttle it and I'm waiting. See? Then we get the car straightened up. We go out. We're going to open the corner more. We go out more, okay, to open the entry into the next part of the corner. And I'm still half throttle. Look at this. Still half throttle. Then when I see, like, okay, I can line up this curb, this apex curb here. Then we start to commit to the throttle a bit earlier, a bit more. See that? We're pretty much back through full throttle. Now, the thing to be careful of here, right, is this curb. If you hit this curb too hard, it's going to push your car out towards the exit curb that we see over here. And then the lap is gone. Again, it's usually going to be invalidated. So I'm just going to play this again. Go back to cockpit mode. This is probably the most technical part of the track. You gotta learn this corner. It's like everything, right? You can lose so much time here. So down to first. Keep the wheel turned to the left, right? To go outwards more, to open up the entry, to give us more space. Don't commit to the throttle too much yet. And then in, and you just tuck the car in, right? Now, I took a little bit too much curb here, so it did send me a bit wide, but it's okay. Like, it was a valid lap, so it's fine. It worked out. But again, if you take too much curb sometimes, the car gets pushed out off track when you exit, right? So one more time. Sorry. So coming in, again, slowing down gradually, then in, and then just plant it. And that's how it should be. Nice, smooth motion like that. The key here, like I said, is don't commit to the throttle too early. Just put like half throttle and just let because as soon as you put full throttle, the car will start to understeer, right? But if you put half throttle, you don't get as much, and the car's still allowed to rotate a little bit, and that's what's going to help you keep the speed up, but also give you the rotation to then go to line up the apex properly and then power out, right? So one more time. So in, come out, half throttle, full throttle, commit, like that. Now as we exit this corner, and I'll show you the delta line as well. We might as well do that too. So again, same thing here, right? Let's back it up a bit and zoom into the first series of corners. So we got here, in, out, like that. Beautiful. So you see, we come in. Right, attack. See the blue line? We attack. We're not opening up the corner. We're attacking it more, right? Come in, then we go out to the left more, and then we tuck into the apex, and then hit the final apex, and then hug the curb, and then we come out wide as we exit, okay? So back here. Now, one part that people lose time with here is don't leave the wheel turned like that forever, because you're just sacrificing time. Remember, when the wheel is turned too much as you're applying the throttle, or whenever the wheel is turned, the car's not accelerating at its most optimal strength, right? You got to get the wheel straight as soon as you can. So you see what we do here as we exit is we start to open the steering wheel out, right? So see here, and then we start to open it, and we go out wide over to this exit curb here, okay? Just like that. Again, you'll notice that if you try and do the lap by holding the wheel really tight to the left and like going and not opening up the exit like that, you'll notice like maybe half a tenth is gone. And like I told you guys last week, even half a tenth, you do that 3 times, that's, you know, 1.5 tenths. You do that for 4 corners. What is that, like 4 seconds or something like that? Almost 4 seconds. 3.5? No, 4.5 seconds. Yeah, 4.5. 4.5 tenths. Idiot, Alex. 4.5 tenths gone. So it all adds up, right? Okay, so coming up to the next braking point now. Oh, I'll show you chase cam actually. Again, I just want to focus on this corner because it's the most important one, right? So we go chase cam. So again, yeah, staying off the green, right? Down to first or second, whichever you prefer. Go out to the left, then back into the right. Then ride the curb, and then open up the steering wheel and go off to the exit curb like that, okay? Okay, so we'll come up to the next braking point. Okay, now here, the braking point is just in between the orange board, or the painted orange section of the board, and the off-road. So it's on like this little area of grass just about there. So we just confirm that. Yeah, or as you reach the thing. It looks different from when I'm in the cockpit. In the cockpit, because of the view, it looks like I'm just before the off-road, but here it's a little bit earlier. It's on the orange. On the orange just before. So the key with this corner, right, is not to prioritize hitting this apex curb here, because this is very harsh, right? The obvious thing is we don't want to touch this sausage curb, because that would just send the car flying out wide there, and you might even spin, right? But it also goes to the fact that you don't want to touch this curb as well, because it also will tend to make the car understeer outwards as you come on the exit. It's actually it's a fairly deceptive corner, this one. So what you want to try and do is just try and match the curve and stay like on the white line. If you do touch the curb, you can, but like barely. I would like be touching, just kissing the edge of it. Hey Nightcat, how are you? Good to see you. Because again, if you touch too much of this curb, if you go onto this, if you see the curb, see how you've got like the black line? If you touch this part here, that should be okay. But if you go past this black line onto the raised section, that's going to push the car out wide. Okay? And then that's going to invalidate your lap. So we'll go back to our braking point. Now you don't want to be greedy here, but it's usually down to second. You can do third and carry more speed, but usually second tends to be a bit better because you can get back on the power earlier. You see braking just on the orange or just after the orange. Down to second. And again, I'm just on, like I'm staying just towards the edge of the curb, but not on it. I actually carried a little bit too much speed here, and the car almost snapped, so I saved it. So I lost some time from carrying too much speed, but it all worked. It worked out. Now, when I apply the throttle, I will short shift the third for a smoother exit for less traction. But it depends. Like sometimes you might not need to. Depends how much traction control you're using. My typically learn the hard way. Yeah, Spider, it's difficult. Yeah. So again, we just match the curve, and that's like as far as you want to be, pretty much. Because if you go more than this, that's just on track limits. Because you've got just the two wheels barely on the white line. Any more than that, and that's going to be track limits. That's right on the limit there, guys. Right. So the key here is as we exit, you're going to get the wheel straight as possible, right? So if you look at my steering, if you look at the steering wheel here as we exit, the wheel is straight as possible again. Because if you keep the wheel turned too much here, you lose time and you have a chance to also spin. It's very slippery, this part of the track, for some reason. It's quite annoying. Now, as we exit, you want to keep a tight line. And kind of you don't have to touch the curb, but just match with the white line, more or less. You don't have to touch this. I just found that for some reason I was gaining time when I was touching the curb. I don't know what it was. It shouldn't really make a difference. But I guess the curb just isn't interfering as much that it's not reducing your speed too much. If you see here, I touched a little bit of it, but yeah, it seems to be fine. So again, we'll look at the corner one more time. So down to second gear. Then back on the throttle, straighten up the wheel, cut in, and then go out wide. Same thing like I told you guys. You don't want to keep the wheel turned too much because you're losing speed. You've got to open it up, use all the track width, come out wide on the exit. Show you guys in chase cam as well so you can see it properly. So braking on the orange marker, down to second gear, back on the throttle, straighten up the wheel, keep it tight, and then go out wide. Now, you don't want to overdo it. You don't have to go all the way over to the green and yellow curves. That's a waste of time. You're just increasing your travel distance for no reason. Just as soon as the wheel straightens up, just stay where you are. Because what you need to do next is you need to prepare for this next corner where we need to go onto the left side of the track, right? So again, we cut in, Go out, and now straight away we start moving to the left to prepare for the next corner. Now this is probably like the second most tricky part of the track, right? Now what you want to do is get the car more or less so that the white line is in the middle of your steering wheel pretty much. So if we go in here more, you'll see that the white line is pretty much matching up with the steering wheel. You don't want to go over too much because again, same thing. You're increasing your travel distance. You don't want to increase your travel distance. You're only going to use as much width as possible because there's such thing as taking too much track width, especially on this track. It's very deceptive, right? You can see where our car is here. More or less the middle of the car, basically. You can match the white line up with the white line there, okay? Now this one, it depends if some people might be using the fixed setup, or they might be using like a really understeery setup. In this corner, usually that like you're not going to think too much. You're probably going to complain about understeer. If you're using like a really sketchy esports setup, this corner is like instant death if you screw it up, right? But what I've found, the best way to deal with this corner, again, it's making sure you reduce your travel time, right? Because what I used to do was I used to stay out wide and then fling the car in, right? So I used to be like, I used to go out more. I used to go like over here, right? Hey, thank you, Poochie. Appreciate that, bro. I used to come out more. Like I used to brake later and come out more and then try to straight line it. But what was happening was I was increasing my travel distance. Again, same thing with the first corner. Increasing the travel distance is actually costing you time. What's better, I found, if we go to the Delta app here, let's go to that corner. All right, let me zoom it out. Just find the corner here. Okay, this one here, right? You'll see if I zoom into this, I'll just go like that and that. Okay, so when we zoom in, if you look at the white line, okay, I'm trying to zoom in, but my scroll wheel's not working for some reason. I wish there was like a zoom in button, but there's only a zoom out. But anyways, you'll see that it's like a V shape. Yeah, we touch the apex here, but then we come out. So we come in narrow, we attack it, then we come out a little bit, and then we come in like a V shape again. Yeah. Come out, and then come back in like a V shape, and then go over to the exit. Can you do it again? Yeah, nice try, Tyson. So I'll show you what it looks like. So I'll show you what that looks like in the actual in the sim now. I'm trying to find the zoom in. You need mouse wheel, but I wish there was like a button for it too, because the scroll wheel doesn't work on this pad. Okay, so I'll just zoom this out for you guys so you can see it properly, right? So you see, I attack the corner. First apex, right? Then come out. Then back in, second apex, and then out again. Onto the curb. Okay, so I'll show you from cockpit mode. Now again, you might not have to take third gear here. I take third gear because it gives better rotation. I can go back on the power earlier. But some of you might take fourth gear. You do whatever's comfortable for you, okay? So again, we brake just before the Goodyear sign. So it's about, yeah, it's just, I would say it's like in between. What did you say? Yeah, it's not, it's more or less in between the two Goodyear signs, but more towards the second one, right? So it's just somewhere in the middle. You just have to kind of do it and get a feel for it. Thanks, KT. So again, we go on the brakes. Again, you wanna carry speed through here, so you don't want to go too hard on the brakes. Not a GT3 car. We've got downforce. So go on the brakes a little bit, attack it. Don't touch this curb because you'll die. Just don't. So same thing here. I'll show you from the outside and zoom it in. So we come in. I usually go down to third as I reach the apex or the bend in the curb. Then back on the power. Actually, I'll go slow-mo for you guys. So we come in. Then I go back on the power towards where the grass is, or just, yeah. Actually, I go on the power just as this curb ends, okay? So we come in. and then we go out. Not too much. We just want to open up our entry. And what you can do is you can follow the rubber, because that will give you the line as well. And then we come back in. And then we come out. So I'll show you from cockpit mode. So coming in. Down to third. Wait for the end of the tarmac here. The green or AstroTurf, whatever you want to call it. Back on the throttle. And then come out. Now you can use this curb, but what you want to do is the car just sideways. Yeah, it's drift simulator, bro. To be honest, that's actually like underdriving it. You can probably like full drift sim. Like you can probably just drift through it. It's crazy right now. Now what you want to do is as you exit, obviously you want to keep the car like the two wheels on the within the white line. But what happens is if you bring the middle of the car, can you guys see this line coming through through the curb here? If you have the middle of the car on that line, remember I told you guys the middle of these cars underneath there's a plank. If that's on the middle of that curb where the line is, the car's gonna bounce everywhere. It's gonna ruin everything for you, right? And the car will lock up, and you're probably gonna get it invalid by the time you get that far in. Anyways, you're probably gonna invalidate the lap. So you want to go I'd probably say about this is as far as you want to go. Something like this. I'll just zoom it in for you so you can see properly. About that much, yeah? You just want to make sure you keep the middle of the car, the plank, away from that. See that there's like a line in there? You want to keep it away from that. That's what's going to cause the car to bounce everywhere, okay? So go back into cockpit view now. Now here, the braking point, I usually do it by feel. It's usually just before the yellow DHL sign, right? And you don't want to go, the key to these next few corners is you don't want to go on the brake too hard. You just want to use the brake lightly and use the downshift to slow the car down. And you just want to tip the front into the corner and just let it coast through at speed, right? So if you watch the speed that we come through here at. So first watch the braking. It's not much braking, right? It's like 50%, if that. It's about, 55%. And we just trail it in. Down to first, just trail it in. See, I'm just kind of gliding into it. Because again, if you slow the car down too much here, you're just losing time. There's no point in braking too late and risking a lockup. Because this part of the road, it's very bumpy. It's very easy to lock up here, especially the fronts. So if you're using too much brake pressure anywhere, it's just going to kill your time. It's going to destroy your tires, right? And as we tip the car in, I'll go back to the apex. You want to bring the left side tires onto the green and yellow curb, but don't touch this, the yellow sausage curb, because that will, again, make the car bounce. You can't go back on the power. But to be honest, you shouldn't be putting your tires there anyway, because when you exit, you've got dirt, and it's just going to kill your exit anyways. So there's no point even going that far in, right? So I'll show you guys one more time. In cockpit mode. So just about 50%. Just tip the car in. And then I'll show you from chase cam mode. Zoom it in. Again, just tipping the car in like that. And then going back on the power. So now again, the same thing, we can follow the rubber. Or actually, you can see it more here. So you see you've got the rubber here. You want to open this corner, but not too much. Again, same thing. Like a lot of tracks have a theme. And the theme with this is that it tricks you in a lot of corners into thinking that you should go out nice and wide to open up the corner. But you're actually costing yourself time because you're increasing your travel distance. Here, you only want to open up as much as you need to, because you're going to attack this curve. You're going to attack this corner and follow the curve rather than try and go aggressively. Because if we see this corner here, the shape of it, I'll show you. All right, if we zoom out here, this is because of the way that it exits, if the curb kind of like straightened out here, like if the curb instead of bending all this way, went out more like that, I would say, yeah, you go as wide as you can, but then just attack the apex and fly through it, right, on the exit. But because it continues to turn, you can't do that. This is not an option. So that's why it's better to follow the curve. It kind of like almost like a V, but you're not going out. You're not going out crazy like that. You're just going and following the curve. So if I show you guys the Delta app here, right? So again, we'll go back. And let me just find the corner. So that's our fast left-hander there. Here. Okay. So as we come in, let me just zoom it in. Like that. Okay. So you see, as you can see, we come in, you can see the curve of the corner of the track limits, right? And you can see my blue line. It just pretty much follows it until we get towards the end here, right? Again, you're just following the curve. Because again, because it's still rotating, there's no point trying to go out wide. Because you can't, there's no chance of you lining up the apex to then power out and go straight. It's not possible. Because you have to keep rotating. So you might as well attack it and carry as much speed in for the exit, okay? So I'll show you guys cockpit view. Now here, because I'm using one of those sketchy setups, I have to go into second gear to stop the car from oversteering with Alex behind the wheel. Man, I'm trying to teach you. You guys are dissing me in the chat. Leave me alone, okay? I haven't crashed today yet. So when we come in, you see I come out a little bit, not too much, and then I just tip the car in. The key here as well is not to be too greedy with the throttle. We want to give a bit of throttle, but you're going to lift off nice and early, because if you don't, what will happen is your car's going to go deep, right? Like too deep. You're going to end up out there, and then that's going to lose you time, because you're going to have to yank the wheel in and wait, and then throttle, because because the car just understeered through there, right? The angle wasn't good. Again, you just want to follow the curve of this curb. So you see here, we come in, half throttle, and then lift. Now I go down to first just to help it rotate. Again, if you prefer second, you do whatever's comfortable here. I do prefer second gear on the exit, because again, it's quite slippery. So if you have it in second gear, you just activate less traction. It's a bit safer, right? Now, my advice with this curb, actually touching it, you can touch it, but again, see how there's like this line? It's the exact same thing here, guys, right? So if we zoom in, see that like dirty line in the middle, or just going across the curb like that? What happens is if you put the left wheel over that way and the plank of the car gets caught on this middle part, the curb will pull the car like to the left, and the car will spin even without applying throttle. It just wants to pull the car in. So it's better to just either stay on the white line, or just use this section here before this crack, or whatever you want to call it. You just want to keep the wheels there, right? Because if you follow our car, I actually don't even touch it. Yeah, I stay away from it. I've just got it there as I turn in, but I don't go further than that. Yeah. So we'll go to cockpit view. And this is all about patience, right? And like I said, this is why you don't want to be too greedy here, because if you put too much throttle before you lift off here, then you have to be too patient in the next part before you go and throttle. So here, when you come in, it's all about patience, right? Wait, back on the throttle. Usually the rule is like, it's usually, as we come in, it's like, it's as you pass this total energy board here, right? So if you can barely see for a second, but see this total energy board? It's like as you pass it, like as you get to the end of it, that's when you go on the throttle. But the main thing is, you just want to be able to see the exit. As you see the exit here, that's when you can go on throttle. That's the general rule with the hairpin, right? So then smooth, and then again out wide onto the exit curb. You can use that curb there, but again, not too much, because it's not serrated, but it's harsh, and it reduces the speed, so you don't want to go too heavy on it. So we're just going to go do this one more time. So I'll show you from here. Again, back on throttle, but not lift. Wait, and then back on the throttle. I'll show you from chase cam. So go chase cam now. The same thing. We just open up a little bit, not too much. We don't need to go all the way over here. That's pointless, right? Because it's just unnecessarily opening up the corner. Go in, follow the curb, right? Don't cut across it. Don't go too heavy on it. Just follow the shape of the curve, right? Let me just go to the left here. Wait, and then back on throttle. And then come out wide. Nice and easy, okay? Now, this corner, you don't get much of a brake here. The braking point is like... It's pretty much like as you reach it's like as you reach either the end of this off-road. See how you have this... See how you have this off-road here where my mouse cursor is? You guys can see the mouse cursor, can't you? As you reach the end of it, like on this line here, or as you reach the curb, you can be a bit later with it. That's your braking point. But the rule here is exactly the same as the previous little hairpin that we did, right? Before we came into that downhill. You don't want to go too heavy on the brake. It's like light braking. Let the car rotate and just tip the front into the hairpin, okay? So I'll show you from cockpit view. So watch the braking input. Oops, sorry. So we come in, and what we're going to do is we're going to come out wide and aim the car towards the total energy bar on the left, right? We're going to open up the corner a bit. So we just... It's like 50% brake, yeah? And we come out wide. So if you look at the car, I'll show you guys the line. So we're starting in here, right? On the inside. Then as we reach the actual braking point, we're going out wide to open up the corner, okay? So on the brakes, and we're keeping the wheel. If you look at the wheel here, the wheel is more or less straight, right? I probably should have had it a bit straighter, but it's more or less straight. And then we're letting the car come out and then in. So if you watch it from bird's eye view, and I'll show you the Delta app stuff as well. Lewis K, thank you so much for the follow. I like the surname, K. Come out and then in. Okay, so I'll show you on the Delta app. Same thing here. Just reset it. Where's our corner? That's the fast right-hander. That's downhill here. Just take that. So same thing. Watch the blue line. You see we're on the inside, right? And it's almost like a V again. Go out. It's like each part of the curb is like your touching points, right? So we go out, follow the blue dot, touch, and then in to the apex, touch, and then out again to the final one. So we go back to cockpit view. So again, same thing as the previous corner. Come out, tip the car in, and then as you get to the apex, same rule here. You can put your right side tires as much as you want on this green, yellow, and white curb, but just don't touch the sausage curb. Do I go over it here? No, I don't think I do. I just go next to it. Yeah, I just go next to it. I don't think I actually touch it. Nah, I'm like literally right on the... I'm pretty much on the edge of it. I think I just get the wheel like right on the tip of it, which is like barely even touching. It's not a big deal. That's fine. So same thing. Go back to cockpit view. And as we come out, you straighten the wheel out, right? So you can go back on the throttle. Hey Shonko, how are you, brother? Do the hypercars have to save 10 laps in the race to avoid another stop? Or is it a tactic, please answer? Yeah, you will have to save. I'll show you guys after this anyways, but yeah, you will have to save. You should last 1 hour per stint. So 4 hours, you should do the race in four stints. We're going to brake, tip the car in, avoid the sausage curb, patience again, and then back on the throttle, straighten the wheel out. Now here, same thing. We don't need to go all the way out here. It's unnecessary. If you carry heaps of speed in, you might end up over here. That's okay. But again, we gotta bring the car over to the right. You can tell from the tire marks, okay? Because we've got to open up the next one because the next one's flat and you got to hold the wheel in tight, okay? So I'll just show you guys one more time in face cam. So come in, braking, out, then in, avoid the sausage curb, back on the throttle, and then over to the right immediately, okay? Now again, you don't get much of a brake here because as soon as you get pretty much to this curb, you've got to hook the wheel into the left, right? So I'll show you from here. And this is all flat. So we just hook the car in. Now you can touch this curb. What I noticed is that this curb can sometimes help you because it pulls the car a bit, which helps you rotate. But you got to be careful because if you take too much, like if you get the plank onto the curb, even there, it'll cause the track, it'll bounce too much and the traction will activate and you'll lose time. But here it's all flat, and then we come out wide. So I'll go back to cockpit view. So you can see not much of a brake. It's pretty much you turn in as this curb starts is when you turn in pretty much, right? You just hook the wheel in and just keep it full throttle. And then you just use all the exit there. Again, you don't have to go onto the curb. There's no need. Just, just open it up. As on top of that, you used to be able to touch this because it's grass with like some kind of mesh. You can see the mesh sort of, and you used to actually be able to take it like a bit of road, but now it's like way too unstable, so you can't do it. So you just want to be just on the edge here, on the white line pretty much. Okay. So let me just go back to cockpit mode. Now, this is pretty much final corner. And the braking marker, it's hard here. It's quite early. It's very deceptive because it looks like you've got a long distance here before you reach that corner, but it actually pops up on you quite quickly, right? But I would say it's about the first patch of dirt here. But again, it's hard to see it because if you see here, as we get here, it's like it happens so quickly. But it's more or less, it's like as you reach that first brown patch of dirt. Let me go on to chase cam. Yeah, it's like this first patch of dirt. So you have dirt here, then green, then dirt again. It's the first patch more or less, right? If we go here, yeah, it's in line with the patch of dirt pretty much. Now, there's two ways you can take this corner, okay? Main thing is when you're braking, don't touch this grass. But there's two ways you can take it. The way I took it here, I think I mounted the curb. Did I? I touched just the edge. This is probably the most optimal way to do it. You just want to end up on the edge of the curb, right? One sec. As we turn in, it's like, yeah, just on the edge. I may have taken a bit more than I thought here, but it's okay. The point is, you've got to take a little bit of that curb so that you can get back on the throttle earlier. Because what happens is if you avoid the curb too much, you have to wait too long to go back on the throttle. And again, this is one of those ones where it goes onto a long straight all the way to the finish line. So you have to nail this exit. Otherwise, you're going to lose so much time. Okay? So you can see what we do here. Back on the throttle, straighten the wheel up. Again, the more you open it up, it's going to take you longer to go back on the throttle here, in a way, because the angle's not optimal. But if you cut across, I found that you can just get back on the throttle sooner. So again, come in, just on the edge, back on the throttle. And you got to be careful, it's so easy to spin here if you go full throttle too early. So you can see as I go back on the throttle, it's gradual, and I'm straight as we exit. Watch the steering wheel. I'm straightening out the wheel, right? Slowly straightening out the wheel. And then we're aiming it for the curb there. Now online teacher over, I'm looking for a new car to focus on. Go Alpine. Then as we exit here, actually I'll show you guys that one more time in fast. So come in. Again, edge of the curb, back on the throttle, straighten the wheel. Now again, it's all this final straight, it's all about reducing the travel time, right? So you want to hug this corner like we do here. Because if we come out, you think like, oh, I'm gonna like get the wheel straighter and gain time. But here there's like, it's a long curve, and you want to reduce your travel time as much as possible. You don't want to go unnecessarily wide, okay? So you can see what we do here. We're just hugging it. Right, we hug it. We don't go out over to the green because that's actually going to cost us time. And then here, just hug it. You can actually put your left wheel on the green there. It is a bit bumpy, but it's not too bad. And then we just hug the left. So I'll show you guys in chase cam. So again, attack the curb a little bit, back on the throttle. You can't use too much of this. If you go onto the green, solid green there, you've gone too wide. Okay. Back on throttle and then just hug the inside as much as you can, like this. See there, just hugging it. All the way to the end. And yeah, you can put your left wheel on here. It can reduce the travel time a bit more. Just sometimes I'll notice it's a bit bumpy. If you hit the wrong bump, it'll cause the car to bottom out. And then just keeps to the left, and that's the lap. Hey Peter, the car turns very well with what setups to use. I'm using an altered Go setup here, so I've made some changes because the Go setup was like drift car, bro. It was ridiculous. Like I can see how they got the extra 4/10 with it, but that like I can't stand that kind of car, man. Like it's just drift car. It's crazy, bro. How much speed they're carrying because it's slip abuse. Like you have to, if you want to gain the time, that's what you got to do, right? But it's way too sketch. Like it's crazy. All right, so that was the lap. That was a 1:23.2. Can show you guys here. You see the lap here, 1:23.226. So fuel. We're gonna jump into server now, anyways, and show you. So it's the lap from the race from memory in 4 hours. It should be about 163 laps. I believe 163 to 164. I'm pretty sure it's 163. You might have more laps if you somehow end up with not many GT3 cars. Basically, the more GT3 cars you have in your race, like the more frustrating it's going to be. You're going to lose a lot of time. But basically, it's like if you divide it by 4, it's like 41 laps. Let me just get my calculator out actually. So let me just get the calculator. So let's just say 163 divided by 4. 63 divided by 4 is, 40.75. So we say 41. So basically, if you go for 41 times 4. 41 times 4, it's 164. You got a little bit extra, right? So it's basically, from memory, it's a 39 or 40 laps if you're pushing. So you just want to save an extra, it's 39 laps, yeah. So you just want to save 2 per lap. And then towards the end, you might not have to save as much. You can maybe only have to save 1 lap or something. But we're gonna jump into the server now anyways. And let's try and get one that's just started. Not the race, I'm just gonna go to the join practice here. There was a lot of servers before I saw. Join practice. Nice. We want a nice long one. This one's got 2 hours. Yeah, these have 2 hours. That'll be enough. Okay, we join one of these. How good is the Toyota with fuel save? Should be fine. All the cars are pretty okay with fuel save, to be honest with you. I feel like for me, from memory, the Alpine is a bit harsh on the virtual energy consumption. I just feel like it is. But I could be wrong about it, but it just seems like even though I'm lifting and coasting well, when I look at the leaderboard, it's still like I'm barely ahead on virtual energy. So I don't know, maybe the Alpine has a bit extra. Like it's a little higher on the consumption. But don't take my word for that one, I can't confirm it. Oh, of course, it crashed. Oh, double error. One sec, guys. LMU being LMU. Good ticks. I have to load the game like this as well because for whatever reason, if I try and open it with just through Steam, it won't load. You join the same practice? Yeah, okay, I'm going to join it again. It just crashed. And this is why we need Alex to race it for a year. For the Glick? I'm not driving the Glickenhaus, bro, no way. That car's shit. It's actually, I think it's actually quite good at Interlagos, apparently, but no, I don't like it. Glicken Van Wall is just not my thing. Especially Van Wall. I don't know, that car, you're going, like, the engine sounds like it's going so fast and like it's so loud, but then you're not going, like, you're getting overtaken by hypercars on the straight. It's very confusing. What's this new logo, by the way, guys? Have you seen this? I don't know what this is. If you go, special events. What is that? Does that mean a friend joined or something? That little logo there? I don't know what that is. All right, practice. Let's join that one again. What was it, like the second last one? It was this one, practice 11, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 2.5 hours should be fine. Should be more than enough time. I'm going to do a double stint basically and just show you guys. And hopefully the game loads this time without any issue. But yeah, like you honestly, I don't see much point trying to practice pushing. You might as well just do lift and coast from the beginning, like practice lift and coasting from the beginning, because you need to do it to last 4 stints. You can't do it if you do full push. Okay, let me just load the setup up real quick. Where are we? Race. So what I'll do quickly. Okay, cool. What I'm going to do quickly, get the music off. Now I'm going to do a push lap just to set the fuel consumption so that the system knows how much I need to lift. So we do that first. I'm using a Go one that I made some changes to. El Kifel? Okay, sweet, bro. No, all good. All good, Lewis. Yeah, it's a modified Go setup. I use all the setups. I use Coach Dave's setup. I use Hymo. I use Go. I haven't used B Alien, but I use them all and I just make changes. Now, I've got that little telemetry graph for you guys. If you like it, some people said they wanted it, so I thought I'll put it on there for you. So we'll just get the tires warm. The car's very sketchy coming out of this pit stop here, so you've got to be really careful. It's very easy to spin, especially on this first corner. You've got to be careful on the brakes here because the car just comes out really easily. So I'm just going to warm the tires up. See how much it wants to turn. So I was saying though, see how much time you lose to traffic? You've got to really baby it through this corner. I also haven't done any warm-up before I started the stream, so I'm just going easy on the car. Okay, we probably need one more lap to warm the car up. Okay, so we're just going to go easy here. So I want to try and do a normal push lap, then go back in the pits, and then set the fuel target. Alpine's okay. Yeah, it's not bad. I think Valkyrie's the best. I've got a little bit of FPS issue on this track, actually. Ethan, thank you so much for the 43 months, bro. Absolute legend. Thank you so much, brother. Really appreciate your support, my friend. There's no winning when you're Alex K. It's okay. I can go into single player and do it anyway. That's fine. I won't get any. I shouldn't get any screen from any FPS drops in single player. A little too late on the brakes. And we just tip the car in. Gotta brake quite early for that corner when you've got a full tank of fuel. With the Valkyrie's brakes. Yeah, they are weaker because it doesn't have a hybrid. Yeah, what I'll do is I might have to go into single player because of this, the FPS is dropping quite a bit. But I'll do the push laps first. This one should be good enough. It's a little bit slow. I'm struggling with the FPS drops. It's always Interlagos that does it too. So I'll try one more lap. Can't gain so much time there. That's ridiculous. See how much time you can gain? Perfect exit. Stops on the line. Stops on the racing line. Okay, let's have a look at this lap. Okay, this is, yeah, it's okay. 124.8, it's fine. I think the best I got here was like 123.9 or something with the race fuel, but it's good enough, right? So now if we look at the fuel consumption. Here. So we're using 2.3. We got 2 point on average. Or last one was 2.55. So now divide 100 by 2.55. Yeah, you're gonna get, if you push like that, you're gonna get 39 laps, right? And it should say here as well, if we go into the pit stop, yeah, it's saying 38, but it's 39, right? So that means that we've got to, what we want to do though, is we want to get, it's 41 from memory, 40 or 41. It should be about 40, right? So what we can do now, I'm going to actually do this in single player because I'm getting way too much of the frame drop. It's not good on the server at the moment. 1 second. I might have to do the shoulder cam tomorrow because I remember from in Interlagos here, if I do like the OBS sharing during a race or in a lobby, it's really laggy like that. It makes it hard to drive. Let me just set this up. Yes, and we'll just go for real quick, guys. Sorry. Just do 4 hours. That's fine. I'll just do heavy. Yeah, heavy. That's what I'll be doing the race. And the weather, it was cloudy, wasn't it? I'll just put light clouds, and I'll just make it like 25, and that should be enough. Memory should be about 30 degrees. Return of shoulder cam. Yeah, I might have to, or either that, or I have to sort out the same PC stream tomorrow because it's because I'm doing the OBS projection. That's why. And yeah, I always end up getting like heavy frame drops at Interlagos and Imola as well. Imola always gives me the heavy frame drops. But Le Mans race last week, it was fine, wasn't it? There was no issues. So it's just weird. Next week the GoPro. I'll do GoPro again, just when we're having like a not serious race. That's all. Because I just drive slower with the GoPro. Okay, let's just do this one. Load. Everything should be fine. Cool. Now I shouldn't get frame drops now because single player, but we shall see. It was like hurting my eyes. That's how much it was. The frame drops was killing it. It's still doing it. Oh my god, what is with this track, bro? What if I lower my graphics? Let me lower my graphics quickly. It's always Interlagos that does it too. Let me just go graphics. Let's go for... Or do I have to go out of the... Oh, but let me just see how bad it is. It might not be that bad. It's a bit... Oh, good job, Cloud. I'll see how bad it is. If it's really bad, then I'll have to try to lower the graphics or something. I think it's pretty bad. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Let me just lower the graphics of the game real quick, just for this. I think lowering the graphics should make it better. I think it's to do with CPU. It's not to do with graphics. It's something to do with the CPU. Let's just go quickly. Hi. Oh no, wait, that's why. Where's my other one? Wait, usual. Oh, I didn't save it. Okay, that's why. Let's just go medium. This will probably fix it. Let's see. I'll just go medium on everything. Low, medium. Okay, let's just see if this fixes it now. Because then I might be able to go back in the server. Because it's better in the server because you get a bit of traffic, you know what I mean? Let's just see what it's like now. Otherwise I have to go low. I'll just check the frame rate first and then we'll see if I need to change it again. Yeah, 330 with the race fuel. That's all right, man. Good job, Cloud. Just keep going, bro. You'll get it down. Let's see. I think it's okay now. Is it okay? I think it's okay. I'll go around the track with it and just make sure. But I think it's alright. It's low grip, so the car's probably going to spin everywhere, but... let's just see. I can make something low. This is okay, yeah, guys? It looks alright to me. Yeah, it looks alright. Okay, we'll do that. And what I'll do is I'll make something low in the settings just to give it a bit more, because there's a little bit of jumping I could see there, and then we'll go back on the it's better to do it on the online server. Where are we? Graphics. I'll just make something low. What can we make low here? What's like the least impactful? Oh, opponent detail. Yeah, I'll just do opponent detail, and we'll show less cars. That should do it as well. Let's just go 15 because we just got. Yeah, let's just go 15 because we're just in the practice server, so it shouldn't save. I tried the 2023 Peugeot in Le Mans, but was too understeery for me. I couldn't get below 332. It's good. You got to change the anti-roll bars on it, bro. That's why. Because the no-wing Peugeot is my second fastest car around there now. Alpine is my fastest now, but I think I think that's just from me practicing the track more. I think if I use BMW or Cadillac or something, I'll get a better time than the Alpine. One sec. Cool. And we're just gonna join. Is there any long ones left? It's all right. We'll just go for this one. Let's just do that one. Yeah, I think if I use a different car, I get a faster one now. But the Peugeot, I remember I did like 23.8 or something with it. It's quite good. It's very good on the straights. Like on the straight with no slipstream, when you exit Tetra Rouge to the first PlayStation chicane, the car hits like 235 or something crazy like that. Let's go. Beautiful. All right, let's see. No lag. Oh my god, it's so bad again. As soon as I'm in the race, okay, I have to do single player. That's so, yeah. I'm gonna have to either I have to try Thingo tomorrow, same PC stream, or I have to do shoulder cam because that's just like crazy lag. As soon as I turn off the OBS preview, they won't happen, but then you won't be able to see what's on the screen. Race weekend. What's going on with the game here, bro? Like nothing's loading. Like the images. Here, advanced, heavy. Just make it 25 degrees. And then light clouds, light clouds. Cool, heavy, beautiful. All right, let's go. Oh, no more wasting time. Sorry about that, guys. My apologies. Technical difficulties over here. Yeah, it's like it's like 335, and then with slipstream it's like 340 something. It was like 344 or something like that, or 343. I can't remember exactly. Okay, let's go. So I'll just do a push lap first. The FPS is gone again. Why is it doing that? It was fine just a minute ago. But let me try open this. Let me close this. Just close this. Because I had it fixed and I thought, oh yeah, we're good to go now. And it's like it didn't even matter if I doesn't even matter if I lower the graphics settings, it still does it. So it's nothing to do with the graphics things. It's something weird with the game. Maybe it's like if you alt tab too much, maybe, or something. That could be a factor. I think someone was saying if you alt tab repeatedly, the performance goes down and down on the game. Like a memory leak or something. Let's see. No, I'm gonna restart the game now. It's so annoying, man. What the hell? Sorry, guys. It's just, yeah, LMU doesn't like Interlagos or Imola. I always get like FPS drops. Let me just restart it. That should fix it. From memory, it's like a memory leak or something. If you keep alt tabbing too much. What I'll do is I need Delta open actually though. Time to upgrade, bro. I have an RTX 4090. And my CPU is a i9 14900K. Like, I'm pretty sure we're okay on the PC spec side. It's just the LMU. It's being LMU. I don't have I have VSync off. I'm pretty sure. I'll check it, but I'm pretty sure I have it off. I'm pretty sure it's to do with alt tabbing. It's if you do it too many times. No, that's my streaming PC now. The gaming PC is a 4090. And the 14900K. But I have an alt tab, so I'm gonna try online server first this time, and let's see if we get lucky here. Actually, let me check the settings. I'll turn the graphic settings down a little bit as well. But it seems like the graphic settings don't affect that though, because even if you saw, I put them lower, it didn't do anything. Is this still? Yeah, I put opponent detail low. Look, it doesn't affect anything, so let's just put it on medium. It actually, I don't think it affects anything. Oh yeah, my PC more than enough. Yeah, it only happens on certain tracks. It only happens on Interlagos and Imola from memory. It doesn't happen on other ones for me. Special events, and it's only if I try and do a it's like if I alt tab too much, or if I try and do a OBS screen share, then it will do it. But let's see, it might be okay this time. Let's have a look. On this one that has 15 on it. I always use low, medium settings. Shadows are always low. Yeah, look, I usually play on ultra. I can put everything on ultra and it's no problem. The VSync. I can check the VSync here. I'm pretty sure you can turn VSync off in this screen. But we'll see. It might not fix it. I don't know. But we'll get there. Don't worry. Let me just see quickly. Nah, bro. This game, it's so bad. It's just like constant. And there's no force feedback. It's synchronizing the railroad or whatever. Oh my goodness, this game. 1 second. Can I see VSync here? No, I have to exit. If I do any other track apart from like Imola, it's fine. Actually, I think Imola is actually not too bad. It's just this one that's the worst. Because I've done a few races here before in the past, and it's always happened. Graphics. Now VSync's off. Yeah, it's off. So it's not VSync. It's just the screen. Did NVIDIA screw something up? Nah, it's not. It's like I said, guys. It's always this. It's always Interlagos that does this. It's a pain in the ass, man. It really is. Let's just see if I can do it single player. Let's see if it works. Heavy. Five. We'll see how we go. The main thing was the track guide, but yeah, I would like to do this as well. But I'm gonna have to figure out tomorrow for the race if I can do it on the single screen instead. I can see the grey hat. Oh mate, LMU it's literally the only game that I have performance issues with. Even with like with my 3080, I was using things on ultra like other games and screen sharing and everything. Is it bad? It's kind of bad, isn't it? Hey, Warthog, how are you, buddy? Good to see ya. Let's see. We'll see. I'll drive the car around a bit, and let's just see. Mate, I said, dual PC stream, not worth it anymore, bro. Oh, it's not bad. It's not bad. Like, it's not horrible. It's okay. We'll just use this. I'll manage. It'll be okay. It just like it hurts the eyes a bit, but it's okay. All right, let's load the setup. I'm gonna have to try tomorrow then to do single PC. Now it's smooth. Can someone explain this game to me? Do you see what I'm seeing? Look, now it's smooth. There's no FPS drop. What the? It's like you go out the garage, then back in. Is that what it is? I think that's what it is. Wait, okay, I'm gonna try one more thing. I gotta try one more thing. All right, guys. When you exit when you go back in the garage, then come back on the track, it's like it goes away. I gotta test this. We're doing bug testing now, all right? Just watch this. That's ridiculous. Because I went back in the garage and then the screen tearing was gone, yeah? Oh my goodness. Sorry, guys. It's good that we figured this stuff out though, because it helps the devs out. I'll just try this one more time. Join practice. And yeah, that one should be fine. It should be alright. I'll just, whenever it stops, I'll stop it. Like whenever the session ends, I'll stop the driving and then I'll just look at the laps. The key is to look at the lap consistency at the end of the two streams. I'm using borderless, Robbie. But like I said, it's only Interlagos that this happens. It doesn't happen at other tracks. It's just something weird with the track. Okay, so let's try this, right? I'm gonna get in the car. It's gonna be laggy, and I'm gonna go back in the garage and then go back in, and it should fix it. So it's laggy, right? Yeah, we got screen tearing. Now let's go back in the garage. Return to garage. Let's try this again. Did I fix it? No? Oh, it's not too bad. I'll try one more time. It's like it's loading all the cars' data or something. Just give it a sec. Nah, you know, I'll give up with it today. I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna put up. I'll try one more time. I'm gonna see if it happens. Oh, what did I do? I loaded a setup as well, didn't I? Let me load a setup as well, and see if that somehow changes it. Nah, it's still tanked. All right, never mind. Oh, yeah, it's not good. I give up. I'm just doing single player now. I'm not doing that anymore. 1 second. At least I know in single player it'll work if I do that change, whatever it was in the garage. What if I turn? Let me try this. Let me try full screen. Let's see what happens. It's good to try and figure this stuff out too, because it'll help find out what the what the issues are. I'll just try join the online server one more time. I just want to see if full screen game running. Yeah, it's only Interlagos. It's only if I have a window open, like a, what do you call it? A this thing, like an OBS preview. It's only if I have this open, like a preview. As soon as I turn that off, it'll it doesn't happen anymore. Let's see, join practice. But yeah, I won't spend too much longer on it, guys. Sorry. If I have to, I'll just go into the single player, because I fixed it in single player. Texture streaming off. Is that a thing? What is texture streaming? Let's see if running it on full screen helped at all. Yay! We fixed it! There's no more! Haha! Yeah, it's fixed now. So it doesn't like windowed mode, basically. That's what it was. Alright. Good to know then. Okay, let's go race, load, close. Cool. Alright, let's not waste any more time. Now that we've fixed it. Okay, so I'll try and do a push lap again. Then I'll go out and then set the lap time target thing. Oh god. There is screen tearing, but that's to do with the capture card. When I'm trying to alt tab in full. Yeah, it's crazy, bro. The game freezes and everything. But no, it's good now. Such a dumb, like, what a weird thing. Okay, let me get the tires warm. It's so buttery smooth now. It's so good. Oh. Okay, give the car maybe another 2 laps to warm up properly. Can you see we don't commit too early to the throttle there, otherwise the rear comes out and we get too much understeer. You can brake a little bit later there. And we can just see, we can just tip the car in like that. It's really good. We start braking a little bit later now. But yeah, let me know, do you guys like that telemetry graph thing there? Was it too much information? Yeah, when someone joins the force field always cuts out. It's so annoying. I wonder why it does that though. so many GT3s. I think we might get open track this one. This next lap, I think we might have open track. Looks like it, yeah, looks like it's going to be open track. So you're going to be really careful with the throttle there, you can't overcommit. Too much. Because of the net code. Interesting. I wonder why how the net code could be causing that though. Nice. We can get better than that. We can get like a low, we can definitely get like a low 24, I mean 23. Sorry, a high 23. Try not to ruin this exit this time. Too much again. Hey Clay, yeah, good. We just jumped into this server. I might do one more lap. Oh bloody hell! I looked at chat and I cut too much curb. Better. Okay, yeah, we're 7/10 up, made a few mistakes, it's good enough. We'll say this is the regular push lap, right? Okay, so like I said, we're going for about 41 laps per stint. And driving like this will get 38. Why are they still saying did I invalidate it? Whatever. It took the fuel consumption, so it doesn't matter, right? So now we go back to the garage and we just set this to new tires, and now we just do this in the fuel consumption tab. He's racing while distracted? Yeah, my bad. So here we go to... Oh, do you guys want the chat on? I keep forgetting to do that. One sec. I should have... I'm pretty sure I have the chat here, don't I? One sec, where are we? Let me just go here really quick. Starting soon. Garage will have the chat. Copy. And then let's go driving. And then chat box, and then let's just move it somewhere here. Cool. Someone type something just so we can see if it pops up on the side or not. Should work now. Because people were saying they wanted to see the chat as well, so they can see what people on the other platforms are saying. Yeah, there we go. Thank you. Awesome. Good work, Red Eye. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is, see here on our little fuel, on the fuel tab, I'm going to go up. See where it says target? 60 minutes? That's what we want. We want 60 minutes per stint. Because then 60 minutes is 4 hours, yeah? Times 4, it's 4 hours. That's what we're aiming for. And now I'm going to use the purple lights to tell me when to lift to reach that target. Make sense? So just keeping it out for the purple lights, like that. Luckily, the braking is a bit earlier on the cold tires anyways, before the lights wanted me to lift. Same thing, lift. Lift. I'm just going to say lift every time it goes off so you guys know exactly when I'm lifting, okay? Lift. That's it, looking good. We're just going to follow this. We're just doing what it tells us to do. And if we do this, we should last 60 minutes. That's the way it works. So again, waiting for the purple lights. And it didn't actually want us to do it then for some reason. So it'll do its thing soon enough. Okay. Yeah, because we're within target, that's why. But then what I'll do now is I'll just push normally, and then we'll see that after a couple laps, it updates per lap, right? So after a couple laps, the lights will start popping up again. So they might pop up this time once we finish this lap. We'll see what happens. Yep, here we go. Lift. See, I brake later. That's the main thing. Always remember that lift and coast doesn't mean, oh, it's a holiday for me now. I can underdrive the car. No, 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 no. You still got to push. You just gotta do it while you're lifting. Which means you gotta brake later to compensate for that. And we'll see how the tyre wear is as well in a second. Because I haven't had a chance to look at the tyre wear yet. But the car feels quite... This is actually quite a nice setup. It turns enough, but not too much to where it feels sketchy. Yeah, it feels quite good. Yes, he wants me to lift quite early. I wonder if it's a little bit bugged. Because 1 minute it's saying you're fine, the next minute it's like you gotta lift so early. You know what I mean? Interesting. Because I hope the GT3s don't do that in the race. Far out. The Le Mans made the car feel like crap. Nah. I think what's happened... What's happened there was... It's put me back on the default setup, I'm pretty sure. Because if you look at the... When you look at the setup menu, it'll say balanced. If you... what I should have done was click the setup when it went to the start, when it went to the race session. I shouldn't have loaded it before in the quali while I was waiting. I should have just clicked it again in the start session. That would have fixed it, I reckon. See how early it's telling me to lift now? You know what it's doing? It's trying to make me lift in that corner only. I think that's what it's doing. It only wants me to lift there. Which I don't think is a good idea. See, it's not telling me to lift there. I hate getting stuck behind the car, the GT3s in that corner. It's ridiculous. Yeah, no lifting again. Yeah, it's literally just making me lift in the first corner to try and make 40 laps. There's no way that's gonna work. Okay. There's no way I'm lifting that early in this corner. I'm gonna get overtaken. No, that can't be right. That can't be right, nah. That's way too early. There's no way I'm gonna lift only in that corner. No chance. Just lift before, like, all the other corners, guys. Don't listen to the purple lights in this case, because it's saying I'm gonna make it, but that's ridiculous. That's too much lifting. That's way too much lifting on the first corner. You will, like, cause accidents lifting that early. what I'm saying. It's telling me to lift so early there. I would just be lifting like the 100-meter board. 100-meter board? Yeah, what the... I think between the 100 and the 50, something like that. And then brake at the 50. Let's see. That's gotta be a bug with the fuel. It's telling me to only lift in that one corner out of the whole track. There's no way that's correct. See, the lights aren't coming on here. They're still not coming on here. Because I thought what Red was saying was correct. I thought it was because we had reached the target, but I was like, that doesn't make sense because it knows what target you want, and then it will keep telling you to lift until appropriate. This is what I'm saying, guys. You gotta learn to lift and coast. Jesus, okay. What is he doing, dude? We're gonna have an accident in a second because of him. Yeah, we're gonna have an accident because of this guy. I'm not... So watch again, it wasn't telling us to lift anywhere in any of those corners. Nah, it's telling me to lift before the finish line. It's telling me to lift before the finish line. There's no way I'm doing that. Yeah, it's gonna be bugged. For sure it's bugged. It should be telling me to lift here, you know. I think where it showed on the first lap, that's correct. So whatever it showed me on that first initial lap, that's where you should be lifting. It just bugs out after the first lap, it seems. Okay, anyways, well, I think I have a general idea where to lift now. So I'm just gonna do it the way I think it's right and see how we go. Yeah, the setup's quite good. Very, pretty stable. And we'll see if it still says... We're actually lifting a little bit too much. Espez, thank you so much for the follow, brother. Appreciate that. I'm gonna lift like... here. Too much. And then here I'm gonna lift it like the motor board, like here. Oh lordy. Is this a Hypercar or a GT3 next to me here? Must be GT3. Everyone's crashing. Oh my god, everybody's crashing. Turn off and turn on again. Oh, let's have a look. But then it's gonna, now it's gonna go off of your current, like your current fuel saving, I think. And now it froze. Jesus. The game just hates me at this point. I don't know, like, it's so weird, man. Like, there's no way that I'm lifting off the throttle before the finish line for the first corner. Like, no chance in hell I'm doing that. FXRT, thank you so much for the follow on Twitch. Bro, everyone's dying! Oh my god, what the hell? What's wrong with these people, bro? Just stay on the track. It's not hard. Now it's not even showing up at all. I'm just gonna have to come up with my own lifting points because I don't trust the system at all right now. But right now it's saying 42 laps, so I think I'm lifting too much. Yeah, that's too much. It's a bit sketchy in that corner there. But it's okay through here. Nice. So let's start lifting for less corners now. So let's try this final corner here. We won't lift for that one. And see what it's like. Look what it says for how many laps. So we'll lift here on the 100 meter board. Yeah, it's the car struggles the most through that first sector or the first set of corners. It's very loose through there. Good. Okay, so we don't lift for the final corner anymore. They're lifting at the 100 meter board. So basically I'm just going to keep lifting less and less until see this pit stop virtual energy, until that says 41 laps. Bit too late there. So let's not, so now it says 41, see? Can brake a little bit later there. That was too early. So lifting here as well. Oh god, this is scary. Oh! Okay, all good. Oh shit! That was scary. Gotta watch out for that corner though. Where's the tires start to wear out? That the car becomes quite slippery there actually. Yeah, so we won't brake for the last corner. I mean, we won't brake for the last corner. We won't lift for the last corner, sorry. And we just want to keep it on 41 laps here. Too much throttle. Too much too early. It was almost going to be a good one though. Yeah, it still says 41, so we lift here at the motor board. Everyone's crashing. Oh my god, the rejoin. Mate, what is wrong with these people? I actually regret coming into the online server now. Sorry, sir. Places to be. So it's still saying 41. Yeah, it still says 41. So we're on track here. Bit too late on the brakes. Okay, he died as well. Everyone's just dying in this lobby, man. What's going on? Okay, so try and memorize this now. So 100 meter board we lift here. Oh, we're gonna get stuck behind traffic anyways, but lifts. So this is what I'm saying, guys. You can lose so much time for traffic. There's no point in trying to push at all. You might as well just do the lift and coast strategy, because you're not going to be able to get any overtime. You're not going to be able to get past them and actually do the fast laps for it to be worth it. Bro, everyone is just bumper carring each other right now. Oh shit, man. Bro didn't want to turn in for the corner. I really hope this is not what the race is going to be like tomorrow, because this is ridiculous right now. That was good. Okay. I'm just trying to get one, like, open lap just so I can see where all the proper, like, the lifting points are. So it says 141 lap. I think we got it. I think we got it. So 100 meter board here. Don't die. Popolino, thank you so much for the follow. I carried a little bit too much speed into the first corner, that's why the car came out like that. So motor board here. I'm not sure about that corner yet. I think we don't have to lift there. Let's see if it says if it goes down to 40. Of course he does. Okay, let's try this again. 100 meter board. Oh my god, this guy wants to kill my car. Okay, 100 meter board. Hey, thank you, Hoppolino. Now we're racing, apparently. Now he's drifting, apparently. I had to lift off the throttle because I knew we were going to die there if I kept on the throttle. I'm glad you're enjoying it, Hop. Lifts. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. It still says 41 laps, so it looks like we're pretty good here. Let me do this one. I'm gonna try doing it without lifting for this corner and see what it says. For that fast right-hander, I want to see if we can get away with lifting on that one. Okay, try it again now. So, I'm not going to lift for the fast right-hander. I'm going to see if it says 40%. I mean, 41. If it still says 41 laps at the end of the lap. Okay, so lifting at the 100-meter board here. Try not to die. The car's so loose to that corner, it's horrible. Probably the worst corner for it. So now we lift at the motor board here. Lift. 1, 2, 3, 4. The car does get a bit slidey though. Gotta be careful. What's the tire temperatures like? Yeah, a bit hot. Let's see if it'll say 40 laps or 41. Yeah, it does start to get quite slippery actually. I don't think I'm going to be able to triple stint in this race. It might be better to lift at that final corner actually, because you're not going to get overtaken there. Let's see. If it still says 41 laps, then we're good. Nah, 40 now, okay. So we have to lift at that fast right-hander. We can't not lift there, that's the one that will set it off. Let's try not lifting at this corner, the one that we just did. See if we can get away with that. Because we do have to lift in quite a few spots. And then he holds the inside. Okay. We could lift on that final corner and not on the fast right-hander. That might be enough. Okay, let's lift here. Okay, now we lift at the motor board. Nice. So let's not lift here, and then let's lift at the final corner. We're gonna lose too much time here anyways from the traffic. Thing is, you're gonna lose so much time, like even more time to traffic anyway. Everyone's dying in that corner, bro. Okay, try it again. 100-meter board. Too much curb. Okay. Most unnecessary. Okay. So necessary. Okay, so I think it's gonna be 100-meter board for the first corner, then the motor board for the second corner, then we will lift for the fast right-hander. So we do lift for this one, red motor board. Lifting just before that curb. Paolo, thank you for the follow. I mean, if you really wanted to get 42 laps, you could. It's just unnecessary, that's all. Yeah, it's saying 42 now. The 100-meter board. Okay, red motor board. This one's like just before. Because they can't overtake you there anyway, so you might as well lift here. Again, you're going to lose so much time to traffic anyway. You'll end up lifting everything that you need to anyways when you get stuck behind them. You're going to save so much time. You probably end up getting 42 laps anyway, just from all the traffic. Well, you don't really need to. You can pit earlier that way. Whoop, too much. Okay, let's pit because the car's a bit damaged because of that idiot in the BMW. Yeah, we'll do another whole stint. It says 41 laps. It's saying that the way I was lifting was going to give me 41 laps, so that's all right. That's good enough. So tires, let's see. I didn't do a full. There was still 10 laps to go. You can double stint them, I'm pretty sure, but what's the tire limit for this race, guys? I didn't check that. Is it the usual like 18 or something, or is it 16? I'll check the Discord quickly, actually. Maybe that'll tell me. Discord. Where are we? LMU. $14 tires we have. So 4 for quali. That's 4. Then start the race with some new tires. That's 8. We've got 14, yeah? So double stint them. Yeah, I think we just double stint. I'll work it out after I do the drive. It's, yeah, I'm trying to concentrate. And then, yeah, 4 for poly. In the first stint we have 4. We double stint them, so that's still 8 tires. Then the third stint we take new tires. That's 12. And then we just double stint them. Yeah. It should be fine. Because I don't think you wouldn't single. I don't think you would. You should still be able to double stint around here, I would say. I gotta break a little bit earlier, really, because the car's got a full tank of fuel. Oh god. This track is actually so easy to have accidents with people on. Like, it just, there's so many like sketchy situations, it seems. That's what makes it fun. Yeah, that's true. I'm just, yeah, you would double stint the tires. Rasta, thank you so much for the raid, brother. Hope you had a good stream. Did you do the race today, the 4-hour race? I'm just doing some practice. I'm doing the race tomorrow. The 100-meter board here. Bit too much throttle again. Probably should have opened up the corner a bit more. Are you in the next race? Oh, okay. Like, why did they do... That's why the accidents happen, you know what I mean? Like, just go on the racing line, bro. He's just like holding the inside, for what? The tires still feel pretty okay, although they are... There's still, I would have had to do 10 more laps in them before I did the pit stop anyway, but... I feel like it's better to lift on this corner because you're always reaching the end of 5th gear. So you might as well just do the lift there because you just reached the end of 5th gear, or the start of 5th gear, sorry, when you get to the braking point. So it's better to lift, just keep it in 4th gear and lift there because then it's just kind of more natural on the car. Let's have a look here. As long as it says 41 laps, we're good. So here you've just got to lift. You've got no choice. Like, you lift earlier than you even wanted to there. So you get some of that time back compared to, say, if you were doing it flat out. So you probably don't have to lift on as many corners. As long as you just keep an eye on your virtual energy, you should be okay with it. Like, yeah, see, it's better to lift there because you just reached the end of 4th gear, start of 5th gear. So it feels more natural to lift off the throttle there for one of your corners, and then that way you don't have to lift on one of the other corners. Let's try the second left-hander, like in sector 2. Let's try not lifting there. Bit more. So let's try not lifting here on this next corner, but then we lift on the other corners and see if it says 41 laps. You definitely have to feel the tyre wear though. Jesus Christ. How much does he brake there? Bro's got ABS and he's braking before he even gets to the curb. Jesus, man. Oh, he apologized. Okay, 100 meters. Nah. So it gets, I'm gonna try another full stint. Is it this time for another full stint, right? 1 hour. Yeah, we got time for another full stint. You start to feel the tire wear. I had pretty damaged tires already, but you start to feel it. Like a lot of the corners, they start to get really slidey. Like the rear comes out towards the end, and the car just kind of goes into a drift. Okay, so I've got them in my head now, the lifting points. So I'm gonna use those points, and we're just gonna see, because obviously the lift and coast system on this truck is broken. So I'm gonna just use the ones in my head, and let's see if it says 41 laps the whole time. And yeah, we try and do a full stint. There should be like 3 minutes left in the session when once it's done. Just mind the cold tires though. Yeah, that feels much more natural to lift in that corner. Oh, shit. Compared to doing it flat, it's better. Okay, so 100-meter board. Pretty much. So now we do this corner flat. And, oh, not flat, but we won't lift for it. Then we lift for this corner. Then lift for this corner coming up now. If it says 41. Yep, 41. I just got to work on this first corner now because the car just feels so loose through it. Have a look at the keeping on the tyre wear too. That's what I'm saying, you know, like, you'll run into a GT3 here and you're going to save so much virtual energy anyway. So you don't have to worry too much about that. Like, because I saved so much there, now I could send it here. Didn't have to lift for that corner to get past. I think I'm happy with this guys. Yeah, if this is how you want to copy it. So I'll call it out one more time for you guys, right? So you know like where to lift for each one. So 100-meter board here. Then we do this corner flat. Or we break at the limit. Then we lift just before this Goodyear sign here. And now we've saved heaps of virtual energy here anyways. See, I don't get why they do that. He didn't need to take such a tight line there. And he could have let me slip through there, you know what I mean? It's like that overly aggressive defending. That's just the way it is here at Interlagos. The hypercars don't get a big opportunity to really show off their top speed kind of thing. Apart from the first straight, which is barely. So in the corners, you end up having a lot of trouble. How can you set fuel on another level than virtual energy? With the fuel ratio. I'll show you after this. So you leave the virtual energy as 100, but then you can put the fuel ratio down. Let's try this again. 100-meter board. And we don't lift here. Then we'll lift just before the Goodyear sign. Just before the curb. And then we lift for this final corner. And then we check our laps, see what it says. $41. Nah, 40. I gotta lift more. Okay. So then we're gonna lift. Oh, I didn't lift for those slower corners enough though, to be honest. Can definitely lift for those slower corners a bit more. Let's try. Because I definitely like doing this corner on the limit. I don't like lifting for it. For that one. Overly aggressive depending on a car, that's not even the same. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's just so unnecessary, dude. All that's gonna do is cause an accident, you know? Yeah, that's good. Feels a lot more natural that way. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, it's 100-meter board. Lift. Not bad, not bad. And here we go flat. But see, I have to lift now because there's a GT3 here. That's like a lift done now. So I mean, you get so much traffic that you end up lifting everywhere anyways. This is what I was saying to you guys. There's literally no point to try and practice pushing because you literally cannot push. Because you know what it's like as well, especially with like these guys in this kind of skill level. The crash is going to happen everywhere, right? Which means that you're going to have GT3s all over the track. Instead of them being kind of in a pack with each other, you're just going to have them everywhere. You're just going to end up every lap, you're just going to have a GT3 in front of you at some point. And you're going to lose like a second of time, 1.5 seconds because of that one GT3. So just practice lifting and coasting from the beginning. What's your favorite hypercar behind Alpine? BMW. For sure, BMW. That was the first car I drove all the time, actually. I drove that one from when the game first came, well, when the car first came out, sorry. And the tyres are looking good too. Yeah, it just doesn't feel natural lifting for that corner. Like it feels awkward. Hey Monsoon, how are you, bro? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Aaron, thank you so much for the follow on Twitch. Yeah, that's nice on that final corner. It just kind of the lift kind of goes well with it. Like, it feels natural. But that second corner, whatever corner it was, fourth corner, it doesn't feel good lifting for that one. Okay, let me try this. I'm gonna just ignore that one. Let's take this corner flat out, but then lift for all the other ones, and let's see what happens. One second, Aaron. Too narrow. Now let's see if this says 41 laps. I drive the BMW almost everywhere I can. I feel like in Le Mans the top speed hinders it a lot, even on the lowest area. No way, bro. The BMW's like one of the fastest in the straight. For sure. Yeah, 41 laps. Alright. That's it. I'm locking it in, boys. That's the lift and coast plan. That's the plan right there. Gonna go through it with you one more time, okay? So you remember. What do you think make of the Porsche 963? It's good. It just struggles in the heavy braking zones. But it's such a good car. It rotates so well. Yeah, the BMW top speed is so good, bro. It's like amazing. It's like its strongest, like its strong point. Okay, this is it, fellas, alright? Pay close attention. This is the lift and coast plan. Yeah, you will, because you're under less pressure, Monsoon. You become more comfortable. I'll explain it a bit later. Lift, 100 meter board there. So 100 meter board there. Then we don't lift. So we don't lift for that one. Now we lift just before the blue board here. And just really throw the car in like that. Lift just as you exit here. Then we lift as this curb ends. So right here, lift. 1, 2. And then we lift as we reach the exit here. So lifting just at the end of the tarmac there. And this should give us 41 laps on the meter. Watch the game troll me and tell me 40. Should say 41 in a second. He's just trolling that BMW. Hey, Swerves, how are you? 41 laps? There we go, 41 laps. Oh, 40! This game is ridiculous. Wait, I'm trying to understand the calculations here, and this thing 1 minute's telling me 40, then 41. I think it depends how much traffic you have. Okay, so then we have to... maybe I need to lift in the slow corners enough. Let's try this again. Okay, we lifted for that corner already. We'll do this flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't die. Then we lift here. I should carry a bit more speed there, I think. Lift. I'll check chat in a second, guys. I'm trying to figure this out. This is ridiculous. Then we lift here. At the end of that curb. Master Turtle, thank you so much for the follow. We can go flat on that corner. I'm pretty certain we can go flat on that corner. Lift at the end of the curb. I like the lightness that you feel driving it. The Porsche, for example, is a lot heavier under braking. Yeah, it struggles with the heavy braking zones, the Porsche, but the rotation is so good, man, on the Porsche. It's amazing. The lift and coast lights are very useful usually, but right now they're bugged, and they've been telling me to lift only at the first corner before I even reach the finish line, so I don't know what's going on with them. So we're not lifting for this. LMU is really fun, Master. It is. It's a very fun game. Lifts. Throw it in. Lift again. There we go. Beautiful. Nice rotation. Follow the curve. Back on throttle. Nice lift before as the curb ends, or however you want to put it. Got a trail brake enough there though, otherwise you lose the balance of the car. We lift where the light tells us to here. Here we go. Okay, it's got to be 41 laps. I lifted everywhere apart from that one corner. Please say 41 laps. I'll cry. Okay, there we go. All right, yeah. You just gotta make sure you're lifting the slower corners enough. It's 41. No, it's 41. So we don't have to, because I don't like lifting in this corner for some reason. It doesn't feel natural with the car. Like it, I don't know, it's weird. If it says 41 again here. End of the curb. Turn in. Yeah, they won't send it on you there. It's too dangerous because the line is too thin, like too narrow on the inside. This is just practice, bro. Yeah, I'm doing the race tomorrow. So it should say 41 again. I hope. Yes, okay, we got it. We figured it out. We figured it out, my friends. Everyone's drifting now. It's 41, bro. Stop trolling. 4-hour practice? Yeah, it is, David. It is. LMU is your first game. I don't drive with anti-lock brake help. I'm in a big learning curve now. Check my Hypercar beginner guide, bro. Do I have a link for it on the... I can't remember if there's a command for it or not. Yeah. 1 hour stints. Yeah. It's 4 hours, so you should be able to do just 4 stints. Excellent drifting skills. I was just trying to figure out all the lift and coast parts, but I think we got it now. I'll just see if it changes to 40. I just want to keep going. Gotta be careful. It's so easy to lock up in that corner. So if I remember from last year, you want 2.34. Has it changed now though because of the I'm on 2.43 at the moment. I don't know. But I had to lift a bit there. Let's just see. Okay, 100 meter board. Yeah, but 42 laps is too much. We don't, 41 is 1 hour, I'm pretty sure. Like, as in 42 is just like overkill. Oh, good, good. I'm glad I could help you, brother. We can work it out anyways, Harry, at the end of the stint. I can just see what the virtual energy is. But what you can do, Harry, if you've got your phone on you... 1 second, let me just get this one done. So, we look at the consumption, just divide it by 100 and see what happens. What do you like about the Alpine compared to BMW? The Alpine turns in the fast corners so well. The BMW always understeered in the fast corner on the corner entry. So 2.45%. Divide that by 100 and see if it comes up. See what it comes up with. What the result is. That's shy of 41? Like just, yeah, okay. Because I was probably lifting too late on this corner. And here, you gotta lift here as well. Maybe I've got to lift on that corner and then not lift on this one. Because you want to lift on all the main, like the ones where you're at a high speed, right? And then the corners on the, like slow corners, you want to try not to have to lift for those ones. 4.3, yeah, okay. That's what it was before though. Interesting. I think I just was lifting too late. I'll try it again this lap and see. It could also be because there's less fuel in the car as well. It's saying 41. Yes, it does. Is that track eye? That's the eye thing. Yeah, it does. The eye tracking. Oh god, too much there. I still can't get that. That first corner is very tricky in this car. Because it's good to live in these slow corners because they can't overtake you in these corners. Let's see what it is this time. But yeah, the eye tracking is supported on LMU, bro. Yeah, there we go, 2.43. That's what we want, right? Yeah, so we don't have to lift for this corner. Because everyone always tries to send it into that corner, and you're going to lose so many positions. So they can't overtake you here, so you can lift there. That's good to lift on. They can't overtake you here, so it's good to lift here. Because the lines are too tight, so you can't really do a dive bomb. And then here, the line is too tight as well, so they can't really try and send it here either. It's just the first corner and the fourth corner. Is it the fourth corner? Fourth or fifth, whatever the first turn for Sector 5. Those are the two danger spots. The rest, you're not really in danger. Gotta watch the 100%. Because this track has so much going on with it, I'm not paying attention to my battery as well. Should be paying attention to the battery because I let it get almost full again. Now I gotta put it on 50 to bring it down. Yeah, because I'll send it there. So if you don't lift there, you're safe. Yeah, some will try and crash. They can't really send it here because again the line's too tight. Yeah, they can't send it here. And then if you've got traffic in front of you, you've got to lift here anyway. And then here, they can't really send it here either. Because again, it's a tight line. Yeah, I think this is the best way to go about it, guys. So try it one more time. Just to make sure. So we keep an eye on, see the last there? We wanted to say 2.43. Nice. You know what I noticed as well? Even if you're activating traction, the purple lights will still flash to let you know. It's pretty clever. Like, it's good that what they did there. Might be a silly question, but would you change tyres every stop? Nah, well, I'm trying to look at that now. I don't think you need to. You should be able to double stint the tyres. In lower, yeah, definitely lower splits. Yeah, 2.42, that's good. Oh, that was a nice turn one though. That was good. 2.5 tenths for that one. I hate that corner. End of the curb. But yeah, like when I was going to the end of that stint, the tyres started to feel really slidey. So I'm wondering, like, they've given 14 tyres. So like, why have they given 14 tyres? Because look at the tyre wear, it's up there. Have a look at the consumption. I think we got it now, guys. I think this is it. Yeah, 2.42, 2.43, that's what we want. Okay, yeah, I'm happy with this, so we're just gonna go through it one last time so you guys know where all the lift and coast points are. So first corner, 100 meter board, lift. Then we don't lift for this corner, we just take this one normally. Then we lift as we reach the Goodyear sign here. Brake late, carry speed into the corner. Then as we exit, we lift again here. Like just after you exit kind of thing. We do this corner as normal. Then as this curb on the right ends, we lift. Let the car rotate, and then here it's like kind of just as we reach the middle of this, like there, the middle of the green, and then that should give us about 2.41, between 2.41 2.43%. Let's have a look now, see where it says last. Let's see if we're all right. – 2.38. Probably because I screwed up in one of the corners, that's why. But yeah, you get the idea. I can brake quite late into that first corner though now, after getting used to it. But yeah, you're fine to take that corner flat. Well, not flat, you know what I mean? Without, like, not lift there. You're fine to do that without lifting. Yeah, you don't have to lift too early there. You lift, like, just kind of as you exit that corner. Just after the exit, like halfway through between the two curbs. And Nerf Luigi, thank you so much for the follow. Sorry, I missed your follow, brother. My bad. It was the consumption again now. Yeah, 240. Try again. Nice. Bit too much speed on the exit, that's okay. We're just gonna go to the end of this stint, okay guys? Just to get some more practice in. Yeah, 2.41. Yeah, 41 laps as well. This is good. That's one way to do the corner. Nice. Lifts. Very good. Let's have a look at the tire wear now. Yeah, see, they're on 60% after one stint only. I'm just wondering if it's too much tire wear for one stint. Surely it should be okay. Jesus Christ. Yeah, the short shift also helps there in third gear, because the second gear gives the rotation, but when you put the throttle down, it's too much PC activation. I've got to time the throttle here a bit better as well. It's making me understeer too much on the exit. Let's see if I can lift towards the end of that curb there and see what the consumption is. Too much. So let's look towards the end of the curve and see what the consumption is here. Let's have a look. Sure, that should be still within the 2.43. Because I don't want to lift too early on that corner. Oh yeah, still okay. It looks as well like it depends on the second sector, like how well you do the second sector. Like if you screw up the downhill hairpin, you end up having to lift for a long time anyways. Like you have to coast for a long time through it. So you end up having a lower virtual energy consumption anyways, even though it's from a mistake. It still ended up helping you out somewhat. Like, see here, if I screw this corner up now, this one, it's going to result in me actually lifting too long, and then that's going to make me save virtual energy anyway. See what it is now. Because I don't want to lift too early on that final corner. You don't want to give people like the opportunity to try and send it, even though the line is quite tight. They're still going to do it either way. Ooh, bit too early on the throttle. Nice. Oh, too much. Yeah, okay. I think as long as you do the other in the slow corners, as long as you don't lift too late, then you should be okay to lift towards the end of that final corner as well. The only corner I'm really struggling on here is that first corner. It's quite hard in this car to line up. Like in the Toyota or the Ferrari or BMW, it's so easy to do it because the car feels so planted through there, but the Alpine just feels so loose. Oof. That snap, that Alpine snap, oh, every time. If the speed's too high, it just snaps like that. Bit too late again. Kinemo, thank you so much for the sub on YouTube, bro. I feel good, guys. I feel pretty good. I think I feel quite confident with the lift and coast and stuff now. Hopefully this helped you out today as well. Let's have a look at the tyre wear. Yeah, it's not too bad now. Yeah, okay, so you lift at the first blue board, but you don't actually brake for ages. Like you brake quite late for that corner. And then you carry the speed through. But the key here is not to slow the car down too much, because you'll lose so much time in the slow corners if you do that. Like, see here, you have no choice. So you're gonna, in this corner here, if you get stuck behind a GT3, you're gonna save so much virtual energy anyway from that one corner because you had to lift so early. So it looks like you lose about half the tyre life from one lap. From one stint, sorry. You just gotta be careful on all these flat right-hand and left-handers, it seems. Because that's what's going to kill. It looks like it's quite heavy on the left-handers, actually. Because my right side tires, sorry. Yeah, see, I can brake nice and late there. Actually, I braked too early for that one. But if you look at the right side tires, they're on low 50s, and then the left sides are on 60 and the high 50. So it's very harsh on the right side tires. You could even just change one side if you're really desperate. Like for each stint, you could just change the left side and double stint for each stint you could change the right side and double stint the left side if you're worried about crashing the car. Because look, 50% on the right side from one stint is actually quite a lot. And because there's so many left corners, left-hand turns. Yeah, see, it starts to get quite slippery. Like all these corners are going to start to become dangerous in the second stint if you double stint. The left side tires, even now, they seem okay. Like I don't really have much issue, but the right side tires, they get quite slippy. Like, see these corners? These corners are what kills your tires. Oh my god. It's interesting to see how your lift and coasting is still averagely quicker than the practicing with me pushing most laps. You should actually try lift and coast, Mark, because what happens is you end up doing better laps with lift and coast. Because it's like less stressful or something. I don't know how to explain it. It's like when you're doing the normal push laps, you're like, the anxiety's building up for the braking point, right? So you get right to the braking point, you end up braking too much, or you just come into the corner too hot. But then when you lift, you feel like there's less pressure or something, like you have more time to react maybe? I don't know. But yeah, you end up doing like faster laps with lift and coast. It happens to everyone, don't worry. Yeah, nice, that was good. Yeah, the car feels good. I've got to practice the first corner now because the car feels really, really bad on the exit there. Like it's just fishtailing everywhere. Like, see here, I'm like really trying to balance the car because it feels like the rear wants to come out so easily. If you screw that corner up, you destroy the right side tire because you have to turn the wheel so much. Barton Sparks. How are you, Mr. Sim Racer? The cars bottom out heaps here. It's crazy, isn't it? Oh, it's so shaky. Like the car just was so bad there. It's just that middle part of that section of corners. It just doesn't want to straighten up. Oh shit! You need to cut the second. You can cut it. It just depends on the car as well. That was nice. Too late on the brakes there. So do you guys like that graph there? The telemetry graph? Does it help? Does it give you more of an idea of what's happening? And how badly I'm driving? How bad my trail braking is? Yeah, it's so... This turn one, this section of corner is like the weakest part of this car. All the other corners are fine, but the car just feels so bad there. Like really, really bad. See, the car gets very slippy towards the end of the stint. I'm wondering if you actually can double stint. I think the main thing is, if you want to double stint the tires, that all these, so this corner here, you gotta line it up properly. Otherwise, you're gonna turn the wheel too much. And the second corner, the one on the exit of this, of course, the one on the exit of the first sector, you gotta line that. Otherwise, you're gonna have to turn the wheel too much, and then you're gonna burn through the tire life on the right side tires. I'll show you guys what I mean in the replay. So here, so if we go to the replay, watch. So this corner here, is this now, do these lines now mean the start of the lap? Or they, no, they don't. They still don't mean the start of the lap. I used to think that the lines meant the start of the lap, but they don't in this game. So here, let's just fast forward it from here. Oh, actually I can rewind it. So here, so as you exit this corner, right? So here you gotta really hook the car into the left early, because if you don't, you'll miss that kind of, I don't know how to explain it. You miss the camber or the curve or something on it, and it just causes you to go out wide too much. And then because of that, then you have to overturn the wheel to compensate, right? And if you have to turn the wheel too much here, in this section here, it's going to destroy the right side tires. That's the problem. And then the same thing goes for this corner here. So this corner here, right? So if you don't open up the corner enough, when you then flick the wheel to the left, the same thing happens. You miss that camber, and then it causes so much understeer where you have to really yank the wheel to the right. And that's what's going to make your right side tires go to like 95, 100 degrees. And that's what kills the life really, really quickly on them. Yeah, that's good. But if you kind of miss the camber, you'll end up over here, like as you turn in, you'll be like over here sort of if you miss it, and then that's gonna, as you exit, instead of being here when you exit, the car's gonna be like over here, like almost off track, and then so that's when you're gonna like really yank the wheel to try and get it to turn, and that's what's gonna kill the right side tires. Because you saw my tires, it was like nearly, what was it on the end? I didn't check actually. Can I check now? I can, can't I? Start driving. Will it give me the same tire? I didn't think I picked new tires. Yeah, look at that. 45 on the right side compared to 55 and 50 on the left side. That's what I'm saying. It's probably in your best interest, right? Especially if you're gonna double stint. If you screw up one of those corners, that third corner, is it, wait, in 1, 2, yeah, 3. So turn 3, and then the second last corner, yeah, the second last, you know what I mean, the one at the end there. If you screw them up, just lift off the throttle slightly, not the whole way. Do like 50% or something lift, just so that the car will turn easily. Because it's not worth yanking your tires to the left like that and just destroying the right side. Because you saw what was happening towards the end there. I was sliding everywhere, especially in turn 1. It was so bad. So yeah, I might watch and see what the other guys do today, if they double stint the tires or not, or if they change the right sides only maybe, because it looks like, because you got those two corners, you got the first corner as well. So turn 1, you got turn 3, turn 4, whatever the. Gee, it's easier if I go on the replay actually. So if you look at it here, right? So turn 1, that's going to pressure your right side tires. This turn you barely, because you're not really going that fast, you barely put pressure on the left side tires here, unless you really screw up. Then this corner pressures the right side tires as well. Then this corner also pressures the right side tires. This corner here is probably the only corner that's going to pressure the left side tires the most on this track. And it's if you do it properly, where you cut in sharply. I've seen people in GT's alternating sides. Yeah, that sounds like a decent idea. So here, if you cut in properly, you actually don't put that much pressure on it at all. It's more here, as you apply the throttle, you'll have the wheel turned. This is where you'll pressure them, but it's not that much. Because think about it, you've just done 2 right turns. Those left side tires aren't going to be very hot at this stage. And that's just once. And then here, the car's going so slow, you're not going to pressure the left side tires here. Then here, like, especially if you end up sliding by accident a bit, because sometimes the car comes out a bit, that's going to pressure the right side tires again. Then here, left side tires, but there's not much pressure on them because you're going slow. Then here, this one kills the right side tires, and then they don't get any rest. They go into this one again. Another right, and then here you gotta hold the wheel to the left, so you're keeping them still a little bit warm. This is the outlap, so just ignore that. But you should be like cutting in. Like, I'll show you what I mean. You go here. Yeah, you should be like holding the car on the inside here. So you'll be like turning the server ended. So you'll be keeping the car turned to the left. So you're like the right side tires take all the damage in this race. So yeah, you might actually be better off just changing the right sides. I'm gonna test it tomorrow, see what happens. Our team did it in the last Monza event to try out, and it worked out pretty decently. It's also a track that puts most. Yeah, I was double stinting in the Monza race. Yeah, I won that one solo, and I was double stinting in that one. It's okay because it's kind of like apart in Monza. It's like apart from Ascari and Parabolica, you don't really put too much pressure on the tires. Like the Lesmos put a bit on the left side. It's mainly the left side that gets pressured there because you got the 2 Lesmos, because the chicanes don't really do anything, right? But you got the 2 Lesmos that they pressure the left side. Then you got you flick into the left for Ascari, so that's right side there. But then you go hard into the right, so that's on the left side, and then on the left again, so right side. And then you go to Parabolica and you destroy them in Parabolica. So it's not, it's more on the left side there. But it's good. It's good to look at this stuff, because then you can try and figure out like, oh, so what if I try this and see how this works? And then, oh, maybe that's not so good. Let's try alternating now. Like, it's cool. There's so many things you can test, and that's what's fun. Like half the fun is just like finding out what you can get away with. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Especially like with virtual energy and stuff too, how it all works. Yeah, they've done really well, these guys in Le Mans Ultimate. Like the game's turned out quite good. I'm glad that they came through and they survived and everything after what was happening at the start. Good on them. I'm very happy for them. All right, guys, that is all for today. I hope that helped you out for your race either today or tomorrow. I'm going to raid someone. Now, remember, we are live streaming the race tomorrow. I'm doing the 4 hours solo. So fingers crossed. Hopefully I don't get destroyed by GT3. But judging by what happened in the practice session today, that's probably going to be the case. But we'll see what happens. We'll have fun either way. Let us raid somebody quickly. Who is... I'll raid someone new. Who's Fury Bear? We'll raid this guy, Fury Bear. Cool. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I will see you on tomorrow for the 4 hours. Have a good night. Look after yourselves, or good day wherever you are, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.